We are told that a right triangle has legs of length 9 and 12, and we want to know what is the length of the hypotenuse right over here. So we know that this is a right triangle, and so the hypotenuse is going to be the opposite of the 90-degree angle. It's going to be the longest side. And so it's going to look, if I have, this is my right angle right over here, and we are given this right triangle over here, we're told to really fill this in and solve for the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the opposite of the 90-degree angle, so it's going to be this part right over here that I'm shading in blue, right over here. So this part is the hypotenuse, which we will call h for this video. And we are told that it has legs of length 9 and 12. So legs length 9 and 12. And when you hear the term legs, refers to as the shorter sides in the right triangle, the two shorter sides. And the h is the bigger side, the hypotenuse is the bigger side. So this is 9, and this right over here is 12. And this might start looking familiar to you as a Pythagorean formula question. So that is exactly what we want to do. We have the two sides. We want to figure out the third side of the right triangle. And the formula for the Pythagorean theorem, which I will write right here, the Pythagorean theorem, tells us that a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Now, what does this mean? Well, the A and the B's are the legs of the right triangle, and C is the hypotenuse. So what we need to do is we just have to input these values, and we will get C, and in this case, it is 8. So let's put in 9. Let's say that A is equal to 9, so 9 squared plus 12 squared, because that's the other leg, 12 squared, is equal to C squared, and I will call this h, because that is the length of the hypotenuse, h, and we will solve for that. So 9 squared is 9 times 9, which is just 81, plus 12 squared is 12 times 12, which is 144, and this is also still equal to 8 squared. Now to solve, I'm just going to solve this now. So 81 plus 144 right over here, we could solve that to the side. 144 plus 81, you get 4 plus 1 is 5, 4 plus 8 is 12, bring up the 1, this is 225. So this is 225, and this equals our h squared. And so what we need to do now to get rid of this exponent of 2 is to square both sides, square root both sides of this equation. You do take the square root of both sides, and really the reason why this works is because when you take the square root, you're basically just raising h squared to the 1/2 power, and 2 times 1/2, we know when an exponent is raised to another exponent, you just multiply those exponents, and 2 times 1/2 is just 1, so h to the first is equal to 8. So that's why this just simplifies to h, and square root of 225 is 15. So our hypotenuse length is equal to 15.